Some videos are easier than others, and this is not one of the easier ones. I want to tell you about my former girlfriend, who I met when I was 15, going on 16. She was 5 years older than me. I lied and said I was a bit older. She was very sassy and spunky. Even though she was young, she came off as a 40-something, 50-something-year-old New York Jewish woman. She was Jewish, was from New York, but wasn't that age, obviously. She was a diabetic. It was around the time that we started seeing each other that I decided I wanted to start going to the gym and taking better care of myself. I had smoked for a couple of years, yes, at that young of an age, and I was eating badly, and I just did not feel well, and I wanted to look better and feel better. Fortunately, I discovered this and realized this at that age, and not much later, like now at 37, like many people. I grew up with a sister who's diabetic. She was diagnosed when she was around 2 years old, so I know about the disease, and she dealt with some complications here and there, my sister and my ex-girlfriend, and I was seeing things that really were troublesome. She smoked, she ate fast food, and one of the saddest episodes, I'll never forget this. We're in her car, just sitting there, hanging out in front of my house, listening to music, and the song Wind Beneath My Wings comes on, and she tells me that she dedicated that song when she was living in Florida to her late mother, who passed away some years before from complications, diabetes. She got emotional, and I'm asking her, why is it, you don't take better care of yourself? And she said tearfully, because I just want to be with my mother. Just want to be with my mother. I'll never forget it. Never, 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 never. Some time goes by and we eventually break up. I was devastated because she was my first real girlfriend. Some more time elapses and I get a phone call from her. We were still talking a bit, even though we had broken up, and she's really upset. She informs me that she's in the hospital and she has cancer. Her best friend couldn't really see her much or anymore because it was so devastating for her. But I spent time with her. She once said to me, why do you spend time with me? And I couldn't explain why. I just felt like what I wanted and needed to do. She'd lost a lot of weight from the chemo, and times she would just be so fatigued and other things, and I didn't hear from her for a little while. One day I'm on the bus coming back from school, And for some reason, I just looked out the window to my right, and right at the diner, I see a very weak, frail figure, look like an 80-something, 90-something-year-old person walking into the diner. And it was her. When I got home, I called her house. Her stepmother answered and said, she's sleeping right now. I never heard from her or her family. I didn't have a relationship with her family ever again. And I just knew that sometime later, my mother was giving me a ride to the gym, and she said, "Oh, I saw Lauren," was her name, her father and her stepmother. And I had to change the subject. You know. And it wasn't until just a few days ago that I put her name in on the internet, the things you can learn and whatnot on the internet. But it was 20 years ago today that she passed away. November 2nd, 1994. She was 21. She got her wish in a way, tragically. Take care of yourself and honor your life. Be the best you can be. Be better. Because better is vastly underrated.